What's up guys, welcome to this video, and in this video I'm answering Jose Martinez's question from my private Facebook mastermind group. And basically he's asking, what is your experience in selling products or services in Latin American countries? So this is a very simple question, but I think it's super important. And most people think that the best country in the world where you can make the most money is the USA. And obviously it's a great country to advertise, but it does come with its negative effects, being that you have more competition, it's more saturated, everyone is already selling products over there. And the truth is that the US is only a small part of the world. I mean, there's massive markets, massive untapped markets that are not very competitive, and from people that are willing to buy a lot, right? So what most people think is that you should sell in the US because people in the US have a lot more money and the salaries are better. But based on what I've seen, when you start selling products in Latin America and other countries around the world, I mean in Europe as well, but let's talk about Latin America. Yes, people have, generally speaking, they have lower salaries, but that doesn't mean they don't have enough money to buy your product, right? A big problem that a lot of marketers do is that they assume things before testing them. And in the end of the day, the numbers really give you the best answers. And just assuming that people won't buy, it doesn't actually mean that people won't buy. So the best thing is that you should test it. Based on from what I've seen, I've sold products in basically every country in Latin America, like Mexico, Panama, Costa Rica, anywhere from physical products to digital products and services. So to give you like a few, let's say, facts for my services, I would say more than 50% of people that purchase my services are from Latin America, and they are seeing ads that are in English, right? So let's say anything personal brand related or services related, I go and speak in English. So I record videos in English, I write my sales copy in English, everything is in English, but I still target countries in Latin America for a matter of convenience, and I filter by language. So that way, if I do things in English, I can advertise in the US, in Latin America, filtered by language, in Europe, everywhere. I don't have to be like freaking translating everything and recording 1,000 videos in different languages. I can just go record a video in English and show it everywhere and filter by language. Now, a lot of people might think that this is a really bad idea. You should speak in Spanish in Latin America. And yes, it's going to be more effective, but like I told you, for a matter of convenience, I do it in English. My point is that even if it's in English, we get a ton of clients and a really great ROI from Latin America. And we also get, apart from that, we get a lot of clients from outside the US. I would say most of the clients that we get for services are from outside the US. So that's just to give you an idea. Another thing, right now we're selling a digital product. It's not related to internet marketing, it's in the health niche. And we are testing many different countries. We're not going only after the US. We're going for countries in Latin America, in Europe, some in Asia. And the book is in English. It's a digital book. The book is in English, the ad is in English, the sales copy is in English. And even if we're targeting other countries outside the US, we just filter by language, and people are still buying. So, and I would say most of the sales are also from outside the US. That's just to give you another idea. I mean, we've sold a lot of different products outside the US. Also, one of my roommates is selling affiliate products in the health niche in the US, and he's killing it. Mexico is a great country. Chile, I would say every single Latin American country, there's potential to make money. And the thing is that the traffic is so cheap. I know that this is not everything, it's not the most important thing, but the traffic is so cheap that you can literally pay, I mean, a fraction of what you would pay to get traffic in the US in Latin America and still get great results. Like for instance, if a click would cost you 50 cents in the US or a dollar in the US, which is realistic, in Latin America, you can literally get it, I mean, 5-10 cents, right? So 10 times cheaper, 15 times cheaper. And your goal is to have a nice sales process to take advantage of that cheap traffic and make it convert. So based on my experience, to answer the question, there's huge potential in Latin America. It's super untapped. Not a lot of people are doing it. It's more powerful if you make your ads in Spanish and target people in their language. But for a matter of convenience and to be able to scale a lot more without me being distracted in so many languages, I do it in English, and it also converts very well. Just make sure to filter by language. What else? Also in the beginning, I don't know which country is better, and I don't want to test like so many things at the same time. I don't want to test offer and videos and images and countries. So I don't separate the countries when testing Latin America. I just like put the best ones, based on my opinion, put the best ones in one group, start testing ads, start testing offers, and when I find those, let's say, winners, I start dissecting countries. I start targeting directly to, let's say, Mexico separately, Chile or Costa Rica or Panama or Honduras, and because like I told you, it's better to focus on one variable at a time. Don't test like so many variables at the same time. And also, if you don't have a huge budget, it's better to focus on testing one thing at a time. So I would say just the best answer is to test it out, see how it goes. But I can tell you that it works, and not a lot of people are doing it, and that you can make a lot of money outside the US. US is not the only country to make money. And one last tip: if you want to advertise in a country where you don't know the language, where you don't know the culture, just literally pay a guy on Fiverr. Let's say if you want to sell it on I don't know, in France, right? And you don't know French, just basically send your funnel to a guy on Fiverr and pay, I don't know, $50 to translate the whole thing. And that's it. Translate the ad, translate the text, translate the offer, and you can now have a lot more effective results for that country that you want to target. And you don't even need to know the language. Just make sure that you translate everything with someone that has a lot of experience. That's basically it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you want to learn more, go to sebastiangomezmentoring.com. And if you want me to answer your question, just comment on this video with your question, and I'll use it as a topic for another video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.